Hello everyone, here's a short video about how to create visual roadmaps. This is one of the workshops that we provide online for people so that they can create a visual collaborative roadmap. In this instance we're going to look at a 10-year roadmap for a pharmaceutical life sciences company. So here we have our roadmap, which is empty. Now one of the ways, the first activities we start is we will go to a compare view, to the canvas view, where we will start maybe with a pestle or a SWOT analysis. Here we've got the SWOT analysis in place, and prior to that we might have conducted a pestle or maybe the global trends that are occurring around the world. So here I've just switched them on, and we can now see where we think some of these are our strengths and where are some of the weaknesses and threats and opportunities. And we've also shown some of the relationships in between them. So if I just reduce the size down for this a moment and then switch on the other items that we have created. Now, creating these other items, people around the world could be writing their electronic post-it notes, and as they write them, so they appear onto the screen, just like so. And as you can see very quickly, we can build up a very complex list of items or issues or post-it notes that have all these relationships in between them. Now, for saving time, I've shown all the relationships and quickly put these together. But once we've collated all these items together, we need to be able to understand what these relationships mean. And one of the ways that we can do that is by tagging each of the items. Now when you tag an item, we can create filters, and within that we can decide what kind of themes or scenarios we want in our collaboration roadmap. So here we've got innovation, continuous manufacturing, or just in time. So if we go to continuous manufacturing, for example, we now have filtered out the items and left with these. These now clearly show where our SWTs are in completing this continuous manufacturing. If we want to understand more clearly about how they compare with regards to maybe the cost and benefits, and in this instance if we hover over it we can see what it's also sized by, in this instance risk, we can see that the benefit for quality by design is quite high. The cost is relatively low, but there's a high risk associated to it. Whereas in global data management, there is a relatively low benefit and a relatively low cost of getting sorted out, and actually a relatively low risk. Now these are fictitious data that we've put in here just for demonstration purposes, but how that gets entered in and what's in behind each one is really important. Here on this one, the quality by design, you can have multiple panels. Here's the post-it note that you would typically do, but associated it could be the characteristics in the terms of benefits and cost and risk, so the outcomes of agility, cost reduction, customer satisfaction, so that you can score it and actually see here's a potential score of 23 out of 23, so it's showing you that the outcomes of this are very good. You can write comments around it to decide whether or not have a conversation about this quality by design. You can also attach additional resources, which could be documents or URL links to it. You can include PowerPoints or images to give you more information, videos so that you can actually see what quality by design might look like, and also attach minutes of meetings or notes in rich text format. So there's a whole host of information that you can contain within your visual roadmap that anybody can go and see. Once we've done that and we have our scenario or our roadmap, we then may want to put that into a timeline. So here in the timeline we can see it by the categories that we've identified, and we've also identified the durations that it will take for each one. So if I just switch off the relationships there for a moment, you can now see more clearly what that looks like. And if we go back to our roadmap, which was emptied at that time, and switch back on the relationships, we can now see that we have a timeline starting from 2008-2009, and we can also see the relationships. And when we click on these relationships, we can see again how they all link to one another. And if we go from one to the other, like so, to maybe quality by design, you see what other links it has in place. So again, people are allowed are able to do this. And what's really important as well is to get feedback and to socialize your visual roadmap, is when people click onto something and have a look inside it, they can also vote up here to either like or dislike. So now you're getting a real-time feedback with your organization about your strategic roadmap, where you're allowing them to give comments and let people collaborate together. And to do that and to facilitate that more, we can open up here and you can see an activity panel where you can broadcast to people. You can have start a Skype group call where you can talk online and visually collaborate, and all the time is this audit trail to show you what's going on your roadmap. Well, I hope that's of use to you, and if you'd like to find out more, please fill out the contact box down below this video, and I'll get straight back to you, and I'll be happy to show you how you can start developing your visual collaboration roadmap.